Now these European motor shows are absolutely massive. They're bigger than anything we're accustomed to in Australia. We're right down in one corner at the Mercedes-Benz stand. Let's have a wander that way to the opposite corner, see what we see on the way. Come for a walk with us. New C43 Coupe's pretty cool. We're not even off the Merc stand and we've already got something cool. Check that out there, Pirelli. Something about the Italian brands, they always have the best looking promotional models. Something in that, Italian brands. They've also got cool tyres. Now this is the sort of stuff I love about motor shows. Check this out. I love these cutaway chassis and engines that you see because it gets you close to how the drivetrain's set up. And I mean, have a look at it. You can see everything. Like this is a hybrid system from Peugeot and you can see the way the whole system works. It's really, really clever. If you have a look over there, you can see that Volvo's telling us all about their latest release. And this is the sort of stuff that happens all day at 5, 10, 15-minute intervals. There you go, if you have a look up through there, you can see Ian Callum, head of Jaguar Design, having a chat to one of the international journos. That sort of stuff goes on all day, every day as well, because everybody wants to have a talk to the people who designed the cars. It's pretty cool that you can get up there and just have a chat to them. Pretty serious camera. Ford released their new Vignale before, and typical of an American manufacturer, they brought a gospel choir out to launch the car. They made a whole lot of noise too. No shortage of that through the motor show. Coffee, everywhere you look there's coffee. Best coffee, definitely on the Fiat stand. I snuck straight in there when the doors opened this morning at 7:15 a.m. But Fiat obviously cottoned onto the fact that everybody was using them for their free coffee because they put a security guard on the door not long after and I couldn't get back in there. I did have 3 though first. Check this stuff out over here. Nimrod Performance. It's probably an accurate name really when you have a look at what they've done to a perfectly good looking Ferrari and made it look pretty average. The Lambo looks okay, the Ferrari's not so much. Claassen can help you out if your Range Rover doesn't look quite fat enough. Have a look at that. Fab design. Whoever bought a McLaren and thought it needs more power and it needs to be fatter? Check the Merc out, it's incredible. Honda released their new NSX finally after about 30 years. Might release it on sale just in time for its 50th anniversary. Not just about cars either. A lot of the manufacturers have got bikes on their stands. Suzuki had their MotoGP bike here. Honda have got the new version of their Transalp. Honda have also got one of their old race cars over there. That looks really cool. Straight from the museum. Concept X-Trail is pretty cool. I reckon that'd go well in Australia. It's amazing, you know, one of the big themes here this year has been electronic propulsion, so electric motors, hybrid drivetrains and autonomous vehicles as well. That's been another big feature at the Geneva Motor Show this year. Something for everybody, and the Volkswagen stand for some reason at every motor show is so bright you feel like you need to wear sunglasses. It's bathed in white. Plenty of brands we don't see in Australia as well. There's Sayat here. Over the other side you've got Dacia and a few of the tuners as well, Tech Art and Sparrow, BB Automotive. It's not all about run-of-the-mill stuff. There's plenty of cool things here to look at as well that we will never see in Australia, unfortunately. A lot of the design houses love the Geneva Motor Show as well. It's a particular favourite with them. So people like Ital Design and Giugiaro, they come here with a lot of their design prototype vehicles that look suspiciously like stuff that you might actually see go on sale later in the year or in a few years' time. Here's a perfect example of that just through there. That's the Touring, which is an Italian design firm. They're Superleggera. Have a look at that. They call that the Disco Volante. It's a beautiful looking car. You can see the resemblance to the old one. The tyre manufacturers come out in force as well. So here you've got Goodyear and Dunlop, and they really support the European motor shows because There's a lot to be said for the tyre technology that's required in Europe in winter, for example. So winter tyres are something we don't really see a lot of in Australia. Speaking of tyres, you'd be going through a fair few of them if you were driving a Koenigsegg, I reckon. This is interesting. On the left here, you've got an Audi R8 Le Mans car, and you've got one of the stars of the show on the right, which is the new Bugatti Chiron. Most powerful and fastest production car in the world. People are saying 1,500 horsepower, which is pretty awesome. And as you can understand, everybody wants to get up close and personal with it and take a closer look at it. Audi's got a lot of interesting stuff as well. The new Q2 has sort of polarised opinion a little bit as to whether people love it or they don't. But they've also got RSQ3 and some other performance variants of vehicles. The RSQ3 will get 270 kilowatts. Porsche, new 911R, as well as the new Boxster. Boxster's down to 4-cylinder engines, which is quite interesting. We'll round out our little walk around with the Centenario from Lamborghini. Let's go and have a look at that. Let's take a closer look at this. This thing is absolutely awesome. It celebrates the 100th birthday of the founder, Ferruccio Lamborghini, and just have a look at the design of it and how aggressive it is. Check that out. Definitely one of the highlights of the Geneva Motor Show. Now, as I said, it's one thing to wander around the show floor and be impressed by all the cars that are on display at a motor show, but there's only one way to get a true perspective of just how big these European motor shows are, and that's to come up to a mezzanine level like this one and have a look back out over the show floor to just get a sense of the scope and the size of the motor show. And the other thing you need to do as well is take a look up. You don't often do it, but take a look up, check out the lights and the rigging and the amount of electrics that go into making one of these shows. It's absolutely immense.